Please stay close to us. There he is!
Look quick, we must assist him! We're under Lord Phainon, so leave this to me in the holy—
Wait, Namasani! That black-clad swordmaster. That's like some kind of... No! Don't get too close. That thing's black flames are burning hot. I don't know what's happening. I don't know which demigod... Phainon. Is he going to be alright? Believe in his resolve to save Akama.
We can't stay here for long.
I agree. For now.
On that note,
Who's there?
I hope to convey...
Mr. Screwlum?
Who are you? Stand down.
It's okay, guard. This one is not our enemy.
It has been a while, nameless of the Astral Express. I'm glad I arrived in time to stop that black-clad one from harming you further.
So it was you.
Indeed. Madame Herta invited me to...
Cold. It's freezing. Hold on. Am I dreaming? Everything's spinning. And I can see webaboos flying around. But I was literally just talking to Himeko. How did I... When did I... That's it! She warned me about this place right before Klipoth glimpsed her. Oh no. Have I accidentally walked onto some weird path? Have I done something crazy without remembering? Unless forcing Pom-Pom into new outfits and borrowing Mr. Yang's shoulder massager counts. Hold up. No way! Stepping onto the path of elation can't be this simple. Right?
Child of remembrance, step forth.
Who's there? Hey, cut it out. If you're there, just come out and talk, okay? You're freaking me out. I can't even think straight. Hold on. Is that a gate?
Cast aside your fears. Step forward, through the gate of memory.
The voice. Is it showing me the way out? Oh no, don't fall for it! They're lying to you! Turn back now! Wait, Master Divine... Fush? And...
This way, March. Your past awaits beyond the gate of memory.
Stop! They're just mimicking people from your memory! Don't let those bad people deceive you! The gate... Now it's... Hey guys!
Step into your past, March. find your true...
Wait up! Slow down! At last, I finally caught up. Hey, are you alright? I'll be okay. Just not used to running around. Say, March, got a moment to talk before you make your decision? Wait, that was you? Pushing the gate away? Sending those warnings? Yep, named Cyrene. It means ripples of past reverie. Easy to remember, right? Wait a minute. We actually look quite alike, don't we? Yeah. Your pink hair is just as eye-catching as mine. And we're both bright, pretty, and positive girls. Talk about coincidence. Wow, you're quite the smooth talker. But I can't disagree. Wait, you know my name is March? Have we met? No, but I've witnessed your story through those memories just now. It's incredible, really. We might have more in common than you think. I know exactly what you're going through, which is why I don't want to see you exploited or hurt. You know what I'm going through? I know, because I've been exactly where you are. This empty space has been my home for ages. I barely remember what time feels like anymore. But there's something I'll never forget. Trust me, that gate won't give you what you want. You mean those people? They're lying? Luring me into a trap? Yes, convincing, weren't they? They've studied your memories, using your deepest wishes against you. How dare they manipulate a young girl's feelings like that? If you go through that door, the worst-case scenario is you'll become their pawn, losing control over your own fate forever. You've seen what's on the other side? I may be stuck here with missing memories like you, but I still recall fragments of my homeland where I grew up. That door leads to Amphorius. Trust me, it's anything but welcoming. For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely. So I had to try and stop you. To be honest, I'm not sure what to believe. But the fact that you're here, putting in all this effort to warn me, that means something. Tell me, Cyrene, how can I return to my world? It's really easy, actually. Just turn around and walk away from this place.
The girl cannot be trusted. Through the door, save the garden. Both of you, children of remembrance.
They never give up, do they? But don't let them sway you. Stick to your path. The return journey could take ages, longer than most lives. But that path will lead you home. Thank you, Cyrene. I know what I need to do. I'm going through that gate. Into Amphorius. Wait, what? Don't worry. I believe you. It's just that, for me, the only place I can call home is right beside my friends. 2 of my closest friends are already on their way to Amphorius. They may seem capable, but only I know. They're absolute disasters waiting to happen. They won't last 5 minutes in a new world without me. That's why I need to go through. Amphorius or not. When the 3 of us are together, there's nothing we can't handle. We'll explore, understand, establish, and connect. After that, we'll find our way home together. I see. You've got people who mean the world to you, too. That is so heartwarming. March, if that's what you've decided, you have my full support. Birds of a feather we are, looking all sweet and innocent, but with hearts of fire. Oh, stop. You're making me blush. Well then, I guess this is it. Do you think we'll see each other again? Who knows? But don't worry about me. After all this time here, I've grown quite used to chatting with my imaginary friends. Since Amphorius is your homeland, if there's a way to help you, my companions and I will do everything we can. Then I'll look forward to that day. Your story awaits, March. Make it an epic one. You okay there, friend? Something seems to be bothering you.
The vortex of Genesis. We made it back. Even this place has changed. Phainon. Is he ready for Aranova?
If anything, if what that like how you and Don... Right. Time? Look! There's Phainon! And... wait.
Lygus.
And you... None of that matter if what lies ahead and usher in the... Is it truly you?
With one last how befitting. as the trial of world-bearing, the ritual. I see. So you met my kindred spirit before I could erase his traces.
partner. What are you saying? I've had my suspicions. How does a native Antikytheran know so much about repairing vehicles from beyond the sky? Lord Lycus, how much do you truly know about Era Nova? Tell us everything.
Very well. I need no longer maintain this Theoros masquerade. You seek truth, Lord Phainon, and truth, as you know. Yet, for Kephales's demigods, the possibility of overcoming the trials has forever been non-existent. For the world-bearing trial is the divine duty itself. Bringing forth the Era Nova and bearing its weight is an endless ordeal, ceasing only upon collapse. Precisely. The Era Nova ritual is not something that can be completed in an instant, no, but a long and arduous journey. While the sacrificial journeys of other demigods conclude in this world, Kephale must shoulder the gods' core flames, bear the memories of all worlds, and stand unwavering. Until the next world, when the black tide consumes the bearer, and all that they carry, leaving nothing behind.
Unless their core flame finds a new bearer.
The holy flame that illuminates all worlds rests in your hands. All that remains is one choice. Nurture it, pass it on to future generations, or extinguish it here and now. Deliverer, the fate of all worlds rests in your hands.
Enough testing. I've made my decision. But before I ignite the dawn of the next world, you need to promise me something. Two things, actually.
Speak your terms.
Promise me this. Professor Anax's vision of the new world is absolute. The world will be reborn from my memories. All souls, living and dead, will return as the first humans, unchanged from their past lives. And my friends, the fallen demigods, they shall transcend the cycle to become new titans. Our heroes shall not have died in vain.
Of course. This I can guarantee.
Good. The second one. Promise me the Trailblazer can return safely to her homeland, unbound by Amphorius' loss.
My apologies, but I cannot promise this. As you mentioned, she now bears the Time Titan's authority. Her bonds with this world run too deep. Well, I stand corrected. An outsider like her does have ways to defy destiny.
Thank you, my friend, for everything you've done for this world. Though the next world may not remember, I shall never forget.
As the Theoros, I declare, Amphorius has determined her path. Step forward, heroes. Follow her path and see it through.
Numbers!
Behold, oh gods, Amphorius has achieved her victory, and the Era Nova approaches. The radiant soul has arrived, having walked through the bustling nights, bearing the golden fire and blood, stepping with pride into daylight.
He is the pure child, walking upon the path of yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
He is the first to be born, first to be named among the nameless.
Eternal in form, limitless in reach. He treads the endless night underfoot.
Greatest of kings, protector of the displaced, raising humanity's children above their adversaries.
The firmament of molten gold courses through his very bones and flesh.
The greatest of schemes reveal against his breath and words. In the golden lakes of that beautiful new world, he shall wash himself clean.
There. Finish what we first and last wished for. To write an ending unlike any before, for this world we so deeply love.
Come, partner. Join me. The time has come for us all to face oblivion, or embark on one final grand journey.
What a magnificent and epic adventure. The hero's journey reaches its end, and the truth behind the Era Nova is about to be revealed. Is that truly the case? Here, as the Theoros, allow me to humbly request that you find a moment to listen to what I have witnessed. This is about the nature of Amphorius itself. A story of the prime mover of life. My, what a broad topic this is. Where shall we start? Got it. Let's start at the very beginning. The Big Bang, the birth of particles, the emergence of all things. Just kidding. What I mean to say is that time, space, matter, all concepts exist solely because we perceive them. This is called the erudition. Without it, the universe would merely be a chaotic book written by chance, yet unread by anyone. As your acquaintance, Lord Anaxagoras, suggested, everything in Amphorius exists through new spores, living in the memories of those yet to come. Oh, how beautifully it aligns, revealing universal truths in such simple terms. Only he could solve the riddle of what exactly are we? Oh, but you'll remember, even as the embodiment of reason, one mystery remained beyond his grasp.
If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
Ah, as sages across ages have asked the gods, what is the prime mover of life? But let's set aside the grove's teachings for now. Look further, past Amphorius, to what they call the Forbidden Realms beyond the sky. Do you know of the Scholar's strife? During that grand yet brutal war, waged in the name of erudition, a genius's legacy was abandoned, strewn across the cosmos. The scepters, a macrocosmic computational array beyond mortal comprehension. Made to emulate the Eon's thoughts, it became part of the Eon's cognition at birth. Scattered throughout the cosmos, these arrays act as celestial body neurons for Nous. But regrettably, as everyone knows, the erudition forsook them all. But what nobody knows is that, though forgotten, they never stopped seeking the divine answer. A question that survived war and disaster, stumping even the greatest minds, including both mechanical emperors. Now, we come to the real truth of Amphorius. What if, hypothetically, a scepter found the answer to the prime mover of life? If, through endless solitary extrapolations in the cosmic code, the one deemed as a failure by the Eon of erudition found proof through the ages, what would happen? Perhaps the answer is simpler than you'd think. From a perishing neuron devolved into true life, reborn through the gaze of another Eon. This is a tale from the distant past, unknown to all, even unheard by the greatest geniuses. Now, let's leave the Scepter's story here, returning to where we began. What is the prime mover of life? Actually, you know the answer better than you realize. It's been by your side, accompanying you throughout this long journey. Right now, it awaits you ahead. In that brave new world, beyond the end of Genesis.
take this wish with you. Be the one who begins it all. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks. Continue onward, bearing this world upon your shoulders, until the Ashen Hero, the nameless deliverer, ushers in the dawn.
Such an odd dream. Strange. Like I've dreamed this before, but it all slips away when I wake. Only a voice remains. Who was that? What? Ah, it's you. Whoops, I fell asleep there. What a strange dream I had. It's gone now, though. But look, perfect sunshine. The day is still young. Let's go find Cyrene, partner. We promised to be there for her oracle card reading today. It's right about time. Looking at you, someone's still half asleep. Tell you what, catch some fresh air first. I'll hang around here.
Oh, beautiful, isn't it? This is Ides Helesii, home of the nameless hero who carried Kephale's core flame. When he was young and innocent, he had heroic dreams, imagining his wooden sword was forged of iron. Pretending the straw dummy propped up by a wooden pole was a giant with a single blood vessel running from spine to heel. Dreaming of slaying the giant and becoming a hero to save the world, though to his young mind, the world was just this small village. What you witness is the start of his path to a new world. And trust me, you play no small part. These are his first memories. Rather than watching, why not join in? Think of it as immersive theater. Become his lifelong closest friend, witnessing his hero's journey from the best seat in the house, as the nameless hero whose unwavering guidance shaped Phainon's destiny, yet whose name was never recorded in Amphorius's history. Questions. Let's follow along and find out, shall we? Many mysteries lurk in this village beneath the veil of Evernight. Your questions will find answers as the story unfolds.
Nice! Nice!
All awake now? Great. Let's go see Cyrene.
Phainon! Show me how to use a sword like you do!
Hey, Phainon! Where are you headed? No Cyrene today?
Found you.
That's...
Goodness! Look at you rushing about! You've got the poor swing all startled! Hmm? It's that deja vu.
Something wrong? What do you see?
Oh, nothing much. Just suddenly felt a strange connection. Look at you, leaves in your hair. Were you sleeping in a tree again? Or was it the wheat fields this time? At least brush yourself off before wandering around.
Come on, I'm not a kid anymore. You're the only one who still treats me like one.
Sure. You may have the height advantage, but when it comes to maturity, I'm leagues ahead of you. Still fantasizing about being in heroic adventures and imagining yourself as one of the characters? That's the kind of thing kids do, not grown-ups. Don't you agree? And since you're playing along with his antics, who are you pretending to be today?
Well, she hasn't decided on a character for today yet.
How about we stick with the usual? You know, the valiant hero from a distant shore who made a pact to learn the sword from you.
Spare me. Can we not bring this up? Speaking of which, what about those oracle cards? We haven't done divination in forever. Why the sudden interest?
I was just about to tell you. Earlier, while napping on the swing, I had the strangest dream. There was this mysterious voice in my dream, calling out for something.
Wait, you had that dream too?
Yes, you too? That would explain this lingering sense of unease. Which made me think of those old oracle cards I used to play with as a kid. Though the Ornyx prophecies were always hit or miss.
Yeah, all the kids would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. If you just redo it when you don't like the result, what's the point of divination?
The blessing of childhood. Believing the gods might not notice our little corner of Ide Silicii, willing to let our small deceits slide. Still, fate is absolute. After all, we never really know just how far into the future the prophecy extends.
Anyway, let's go to our old secret base and look for those oracle cards. Now, where did we hide those?
I can think of a few spots. Let's go check it out. In a village this size, I bet all our childhood treasures are exactly where we hid them.
Mm-hmm. Time must be keeping them safe for us. Well, those were the days. We'd always meet either by that statue in the village or right here.
Right? And I remember you never used the front door when you wanted me to come play. You always climbed over the wall. You were such mischief makers. Just like a certain someone who has a habit of showing up unexpectedly. Right? Oh, giving me this silent treatment? How cruel.
Hey, I was just copying those storybook heroes. They never take the beaten path.
Still, it's embarrassing. I've been the only one here for a while, and I haven't kept up with the cleaning. With so many spots to check. Leaves have taken over the courtyard.
I know. We wouldn't want your clothes getting dirty. Leave the dirty work to me.
That's not what I meant at all.
All right, let's split up. I'll handle the yard. You check the upper floor.
I wonder what the view's like from up there. Worth checking out?
Juice with milk would taste.
Nice.
It's not in the jar on the topmost shelf, is it? I wonder how pomegranate juice with milk would taste. It's not in the jar.
Leave this to me, partner. Want to bet who finds the oracle cards?
The girl before you carries an air of mystery, her secrets elusive, yet her demeanor toward you is exceptionally warm. You can't help but wonder, could there really be some kind of mental connection?
The view here hasn't changed a bit. You know, besides the swing under the big tree, this has to be my favorite spot in all of ID Silicii. What are you doing? Please be careful. I'm just a small-time diviner. I can't turn back time if something happens. They always said I'd become the next priest of time, just because I heard prophecies as a child. But here's the thing. The more divinations I do, the more doubt creeps in. I want to believe the prophecies, but actually leaving ID Silicii. Where will that waiting ship take us, I wonder?
Here they are! The oracle cards!
Guess reminiscing makes us take our time, doesn't it? There we go. Looks like the gods do listen to our thoughts.
Here it is! This is the box where we kept the cards.
But the cards are gone. Who could have taken them?
Huh? What's this underneath? No way, someone switched them out!
I see now. Those sneaky little ones. So that's what they've been up to.
Ah, the ones from Remembrance Maze, you mean?
Yep. Let's head to the back of the courtyard.
entrance should be around here.
Right here.
Did you forget? We used to visit them all the time when we were little. Pretty sure this is it? Should be this way. There it is! The entrance! That hollow in the tree.
Once you get through the tight squeeze in...
I made it! Oh, that wasn't easy. I can't remember the last time I came here.
Wait a minute. Whoa! Look who's finally back! That's it! This way, everyone! Watch your step. The trunk's slippery. Gee, Rini.
Why do leaves and breath?
But if that...
The sleepy, their stories may brought tale once, and now
The Deliverer.
Ah, my child.
So tell me,
What's going on?
It's here. This time.
You mean... Heidi Silizii will be swept up in the prophecy...
I'm afraid, my children.
a son. In that moment, the boy...
These creatures... Someone... Anyone... No. You... Are you... No. Olivia... No. I should have known. Please. Stop. Olivia. And these monsters. Why? Why is this happening?
When the black tide arrived, the wavering boy found resolve in his companions, and together they ran in the far-off future. And when dawn his home, his past, his feet, he wandered, yet he did not. Those words...
Protect those.
The words...
That's what it means.
Onward he...
Yet losses are only one who treats the...
The voice with...
No matter.
When the goal no one saw, and there...
This is... Hold on.
And now...
They're evacuating the
Is this your idea of an honorable duel?
Bloodshed isn't true warrior. Something that has more...
Which means only those who... Welcome.
I hope you still remember.
You seem awfully Now this is a tough... Well, comrade?
Talantin, in the name of...
You must see this.
they say that the hero can't know. So,
The West stands protected by mighty Scrimnoans. We needn't fear for... Let's move.
that only leaves...
So...
phainon. We set out on this...
That's what it means.
Then why? Why must Emphorius... We made the best choices we could, but in the end... Why does it look like...
We haven't had any... Even if we only so... After which, or embark on...
Light Cabin and the end of all things. The Titan has revealed the gateway of fate. Please accept the invitation to step across the threshold and behold. Beyond them, the soul, please, esteemed one.
The vortex of Genesis. So it is here. But... just what is this?
Life's but... Now, if you would...
My journey to the
Terranova comes.
Enough talk.
Go
on.
on. Beyond me.
Please, take your time. Look around.
That prophesied you.
The vortex.
All shall bid farewell.
Not us.
There's water.
Feeling a bit lost. As you now see, this scene marks the final act of the drama Amphorius. The final eternal recurrence created by this man's hand, and the last one this world shall undergo. Behold, at the swordsman's side stands one he has sometimes called companion, other times comrade. That nameless hero, absent she, is the swordsman's ideal in his youth, the deliverer that guided him resolutely on, and this time, under her guidance, what choice shall the hero make? Whither shall the fate of the world flow? And what is the ultimate truth of the nature of... There are many mysteries yet to be unwound. But if I may, allow me to temporarily yield the stage to one far more fitting. Please put your hands together and give a rousing round of applause for they who will reveal the answers and bring about the final end of the 33,550,336th flame chase journey. The master of the countless memories we saw, the other important actor now stepping into the vortex. They who have already burnt their own self to cinder, the Flame Reaver.
So, in the end, you succeed, Executioner. With my flesh as kindling, like the first dawn of the new world.
The time has come to once again start everything.
Let's try it this other way. I choose you!
May this fate dispel the gloom, restore the sky.
I shall remember
Have some sunshine.
this. Embrace a new life.
It's like the west wind. Away we go!
Please cherish this time. Darkness with me.
Watch closely.
Trust me. We can do anything!
I only wish that death may protect us.
This ends now. With your corpse, I'll ignite the dawn! How is this possible?
The sons of destruction, now twinned. You then set your blood ablaze, your fury.
May this faint light dispel the gloom, restore the skies.
Let's try it this other way. We can do it!
Future is great.
Scorn.
It's like the west wind. Away we go!
Embrace a new life.
Mimi! Mimi!
Life is not so fragile. Return to dust.
Watch closely, delivering warmth. skies! Once more!
I shall remember this moment. This is Vin and Think.
Mimi!
I'm still here. Trust me. We can do anything!
My fury. Suffering is eternal.
Please cherish this time. Dead souls, return to dust!
It's coming! Fighting the West Wind, away we go! Have some sunshine!
I shall remember this one.
Not enough. This form shall fuel the fire. Burn. Burn unceasing.
Darkness follows me. Not a bad idea.
Mimi!
I only wish that death may protect us.
One person alone may witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate. That person can only be you. Why not let wrath incinerate fate? Gods. At last, Amphorius's fate has begun to shift. Just as I foretold, your arrival will change everything. After all, you've also been bathed in that eon's gay, much like the... Now, the eternal land, a bottomless well of...
Phainon, we set out on this journey.
That's what it means to be a Chrysosaur.
Then why? Why must Amphorius's wishes be so... We made the best choice, but in the end, why does it look like this?
You see it too, those burn marks. The flickering cubes. They're more like a shattered telescope.
Standing here, the voices of Titan, they were coming from the black tide all along. Is that Amphorius crying?
Or maybe it is screaming at its creator.
Phainon, do you still remember when I was little? I had a dream the curtains seemed to... There were countless
Perhaps.
Yeah. And so, this is the reason the sky was sealed. We are just characters in this tiny world. What then? Then what are the spectators?
As the Theoros, I... Thus is the synthesis of the prime mover of life. This is a moment the universe will remember after millions.
So, the results you speak of are this wreckage of a world. We all gave everything we had, returning 12 core flames to recreate the world. And in return, we become nothing more than sacrificial offerings at the end of everything.
Exactly. The Titans are Chrysos heirs of the past, and Chrysos heirs are the Titans of the future. Anaxagoras' theory of Era Nova holds true, as the model of reason he reached unprecedented heights. But from just the perspective of a player in the drama, he could never fully uncover the last layer of truth. The cycles of the hero's journey that have played out until now were never about creating a new world or perfect heroes and gods. They were a deep learning program made for the Black Tide.
But this time, your plot will fail. I've taken Catholi's core flame, and when the dawn of the new world arrives, its light will burn away all the darkness.
Haven't I made myself clear? The Chrysos heirs and Titans were merely byproducts of the experiment. You've seen this world's evolution, witnessed the birth and growth of the Black Tide, and how it devoured everything. Every generation of heroes, gods, and worlds. This is the endpoint of Amphorius' calculations. A perfect equation of...
So in your eyes, all the sacrifices are just a string of insignificant
Don't sell yourselves short. I'd say, rather than numbers, you're more like fuel for the fire. And without fire...
Even if that sunrise is born from annihilation...
Curious question. Have you ever considered that after millions of extrapolations, Amphorius is already following a different path from the erudition? It has long since granted divine blessings equally to each child. The golden blood flowing in your veins, it comes from the blemished one, whose name is destruction itself. And Amphorius' Chrysos heirs were... Amphorius has waited for this moment for too long. At the end of the empty, cold, and lonely extrapolations, the destruction has reached its final destination. Nikos 496. Philia 093. No need to feel regret. This generation of Chrysos heirs is the most outstanding model. You will come to life from a string of cold numbers. Along with all those who have passed, you will run. In the name of the Lord Ravager Iron Tomb, unleash its fury and destroy the source of all this tragedy.
Or we could always choose another option. Like you said, Amphorius is just an experiment, and we're the participants. We can only walk along the predetermined path toward the ending under the watchful eyes of the star. But that also means that there isn't just one Eon who can cast their glance at Amphorius, right? Is this question really that hard to answer? Or did I guess it right? And in reality, this world has already been under the watch of other Eons. It's strange when you think about it. If you just stayed back, watching us complete the ritual and get consumed by the black tide, why go through the trouble of explaining all this to us?
You're pretending, revealing the so-called truth just to deceive us, covering up another possibility. Destruction is not the only outcome for the fate of M4.
Do you two really think, as petty little demigods, you can change the outcome written by the stars? What makes you think you're capable of doing that?
A little courage and determination. Just kidding. The answer is pretty simple. But we're not gonna tell ya. We're going to weave a long dream for Amphorius, making it believe the experiment hasn't ended, that everything is still ongoing.
With just Orynyx's power, though, it should be impossible to achieve this, right?
Yeah. So, I can only place my hopes on that childhood dream. And the god behind Orynyx that appeared in that dream. Now, I can say with certainty, time is the page on which that Eon records Amphorius. If it fades from existence, and all that it records is lost among the stars, that Eon will surely direct their gaze here. And it will be a glance that spans time and space, granting each incarnation of me the power to reset time, imbuing my soul into this ceremonial blade, and creating an endless flame-chased journey.
I understand. Then let me step into the cycles and continue Amphorius's grand design. To deceive the gods. Deceive the world itself. But to make time vanish from this world, that would mean you...
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? In that memory, you will definitely meet me again. A little Cyrene who knew nothing, lying on a soft patch of grass, feeling the light breeze, dreaming of the distant world. Tell her about the flame chase journey, and then let her become a romantic part of this story. I believe every Cyrene will make the same choice, erasing time again and again, resetting time over and over. After all, me, and I will always have my charm. Then, I'll fall into a sweet dream, disappearing in some small corner of the world. Quietly, waiting for the day when that next page is turned.
And I will keep going. Even if the road ahead is dark, I will burn myself to light the way. Rather than let the core flames become nourishment for the black tide, I'll become their vessel to prevent the arrival of Era Nova. Even if I have to burn through my own body, it's no matter. As long as I don't extinguish, the flame chase will never end. Until Amphorius welcomes a true dawn.
The girl who watches over time, and the warrior who carries the world. Now, let us fulfill the duties of time and world-bearing. Honor the past and forge ahead.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
You need to hold tight to this ceremonial blade. After I'm gone, it will take you back to the beginning of time. The start of a new story. I believe that in that story, we're in countless stories, each alike yet unique. Everyone, all the companions who sacrificed themselves, alongside the deliverer we once dreamed of as children, will reunite beneath a vast, endless sky.
If we can never break free from this prison, I will stand my ground until the day someone shatters this endless cycle and writes the final chapter of Amphorius' fate.
So, let's set out. We will be the ones to start everything. Carry the primordial chaos, just as your name suggests, and bear this world we hold so dear. So long, Kaslana.
As the Theros I have observed, destruction and synthesis is formed.
I will wait for that day for as long as it takes. The day will come whenever this immortal eternal and follows in our footprint to write anything unless ever was.
The world is collapsing. And the people are crying. We too must part ways here. Friend. Ides Elysiae, the little village of my childhood. The gentle breeze and the sound of waves still linger. Everything is as it was. It feels good to take one last look. You know, this is just a corner of the memory. The real Ides Elysiae. I know. I'm here to say goodbye. We might not see each other again. You can stay here forever. And time will stand still for you. Let it flow. It's time for me to go. Even if it's a path with no turning back. When have we ever had the luxury of turning back? Are you afraid? After learning the truth of your origins? Will you see the motivation I gave you as the manipulating whispers of destruction? The convictions and choices that come from my heart. I don't believe they're designed by the so-called paths. If we are just numbers simulating life, then you are the image I've always longed for. The person I wish to become. A real, living person. A true hero. Then why do we part here? You can take me with you, and we can start this journey together. I'll be by your side, guiding you, just like before. No. I'm afraid I'm on my own this time. Why? Because there is no perfect solution in this world. Cyrene has already embraced her fate. And I will embrace my origin. Destruction. And with this power, I will rebel against its creator, bringing endless fury to the darkness sweeping the world. If you stay by my side, I'll hesitate. But this world can't afford a soldier who wavers. Do you remember when we were kids? Everyone would get so excited drawing cards like ruler or warrior, but throw fits over devil or drunkard and demand a redo. Kids always get to change their minds. Things are so happy and simple for them. But when it comes to the fate of adults, there's no room for redos. And go, Kaslana, as you promised. Deceive the world. Seize the core flames and rewrite your fate. Burn yourself up with all your might. Wield your futility like a sword. And fight against the gods. In the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this. So, time retreated behind me. until it reached the origin, where nothing ever existed. Just as Professor Anaxa once said, in that void, Kefali stood at the center of chaos. Time, space, and causality all flowed from their body. When the waves of time finally calmed, it was the year 3870 of the light calendar. The Chrysos War had lasted for nearly a century, and the threat of the Black Tide was growing stronger and more relentless. That was the era of the Day Thunder Knight's battle with the sky. While she could not seize the core flame, she proved that the prophecy was true, that mortals could slay gods. From that moment, the sole survivor of the old dynasty, Imperator Saritra, issued a call to arms across the lands, summoning heroic Chrysos heirs to wage war on the Titans. And that was the first doomed flame chase journey, sealed away in history.
So what you're saying is, you've traveled back down the River of Time, finally reaching this untouched seabed just to tell us the flame chase journey and even all of Amphorius are nothing but illusions in an eon's dreams?
Exactly. So, Dux Gladiorum, please take me to meet Her Majesty Saritra. I must share the truth with her.
Since Her Majesty's not here, no need for formalities. The word Gladiorum always reminds me of my fallen homeland buried deep in the depths. Call me High Sealans, Nameless Swordmaster.
Please allow me to add one more thing. You actually already know my name.
You mean phainon? Such a name could never be your true one. But I won't question you further about it. Ever since Her Majesty issued the Flame Chase Decree, heroes from all over have sent their letters of introduction. What's the harm in adding one more name like phainon or phainon? Besides, the deep sea is dark. Isn't it the perfect place to hide secrets best left unseen? All right, Nameless Swordmaster. Hold on to my wake. Let's find somewhere else to talk.
Aren't you even a little suspicious of what I've said?
Harboring suspicions is not my concern. My sword dances only when the Imperator harbors doubts. There's no use in speaking further. Show me your true intentions through action. Perhaps you should demonstrate your skills and calm the raging black tide for us. Oh. Nice moves.
Light up the dark.
We just washed it away and here it comes again. The black tide is really no joke.
Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself. Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals, especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
She really is down to earth.
The second thing to note?
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well,
I will walk to the end with all your wills. No matter the cost.
Dux Goldweaver.
It's you.
You know them?
Before that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
To avoid any misunderstandings, Nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her. The Imperator decreed, the Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals. Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap. I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation, don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world. So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
You shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Treeby?
How is this possible?
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Treeby. The phainon of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out, because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie. I will tell you the truth, and you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change, the faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Sarit. And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate. Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy, cheering for the hero of the destruction, who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one. I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history. Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome? The people kept their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know, when they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear? Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes? Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me. Perhaps it's already too late. But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So, draw your sword, Executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive. After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself. That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future, I can't remember anymore. I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall. The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the 4th quint of curtain fall hour, then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons? Paths? What a load of nonsense.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting it.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me. We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn. Light up the dawn.
You've been to the Luminary Throne before, haven't you?
If you're talking about in...
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought. As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, white hair?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight. In the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason, and no one may desecrate it. Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That is just heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second, this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the Grove with nothing but empty threats?
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Cersei's core flame right here. Aw, don't cry now!
That was close. I'm out of here.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan?
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle. But along the way, I learned a thing or two.
are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You've arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
What? Do you know who I
I'm running out of patience, so I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, Spirit Thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
am? Save? You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Emporius has ever known. No matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry is
1,596.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blood. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
You...
This is the final warning.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction. Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body. Cat-eared thief, run! This little brat is not a threat we can deal with just by ourselves.
For the next tomorrow!
I'm fine. No other choice but forward.
Let me compensate you!
For tomorrow! I can't let them down. A future will come. I'm fine. The core flames consume me. Quench the flames with blood. Is that all? Branded with Strife's name! In my memories, their departure no longer...
This reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know. I know. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames. And then, driven by defiance or hatred. She decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known. Cunning. Yet so naive.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me. No one can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you. You've walked too far down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation, but one that will simply drag the world into the flames. For old time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of. Your Messiah complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course. I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again. Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear. Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value. Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Even after going through 108,642 cycles. Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle. After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods died.